A bit of a warning, this next piece has some strong language.
Texas, cause it's sort of beneficial. I'm very well acquainted to it, bodies anatomical. I understand genetics, direct genders, and no radical. I'm not all your bathrooms, I put them all in lots of use. Cause I am the model of the modern makes you criminal. 1, 2, 3, 4, kill and save today. 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 A modern major criminal. I know your mythic fallacies, railing at TikTok or she. I think Dr. Blanchard and his HEB psychology. Cause really we can tell you've got peculiarities. I've seen, I know, all your good and browser history. A drive-life will have a moist Megan Clayton fantasy. I did it a few, I've seen it time and time before. Your MRA has been working fucking while your pussy's sore. Kill
You're listening to Jenna Queries on 100.5 FM CFRO, and what you just heard was Modern Major Criminal from LA artist and band Precious Child. And Precious Child, you're here. Go ahead and introduce yourself, let us know your pronouns, and let us know a little bit about what happened over the weekend.
Hello, everyone. My name is Precious Child. My pronouns are she, her. And over the past weekend and over the new year, I was singled out and my work was targeted by a congresswoman, Nancy Mace, who singled out particular music videos of mine to be taken down by YouTube. And YouTube notably complied, taking my video was down, take my work down, just at the behest, at the tweet of a congressperson.
That seems really concerning.
Yeah, I was shocked, not so much that a member of Congress was mad at me, but by the ease and success that she had at getting my work removed. Because my work, like these videos that were taken down, they've been up on YouTube for years with tens of thousands of views. And they were actually compliant with the YouTube terms of service. But despite that, because the Congresswoman asked, YouTube removed them.
So, what exactly was removed? What are the names of the songs?
So the first one was Modern Major Criminal.
Which you just heard.
And yeah, which is actually, it's a song that's about TERFs or trans exclusionary radical feminists, of which is a you could say it's a hate identity that Nancy has explicitly said that's her identity, that she's a TERF. So that one was taken down, Modern Major Criminal about TERFs, a track titled My Little Problem, which is not even about politics. It's about personal identity and the means by which we can come to understand ourselves. And it's not even about gender, it's just about identity, period, and knowing ourselves and confronting ourselves. And another one of my works that was taken down was this video art piece that was about J.K. Rowling. And it was provocatively titled Slice a Billionaire into Today. And it was merely an image of Rowling's head being being bisected and being slowly pulled apart. And it wasn't gory, it was more cartoonish, but it's played over it's over some dramatic and scary music. And it's some video art that I made just for introduction to my live shows. It doesn't say kill Rowling. It's not graphic like a horror movie. As I said, it's cartoonish. But nevertheless, that was taken down too.
So, how did you find out? Because, like, I noticed the tweet from Nancy Mace, like, didn't tag you or anything like that.
It was a friend that told me. I've got a number of friends that are anti-fascist. I myself am a anti-fascist. I think I could accurately be described as an anarchist. And my friends, they just sent me the tweet and said, "Hey, did you know what's going on?" I said, "No, I didn't." Thank you, I guess.
And did YouTube send you like an email or anything like that?
YouTube did send me an email for each video it took down, and notably, like the timestamps and time and date stamps on those emails, the way they line up is, she made the tweet, and then immediately following, I get these emails.
And so we were talking a little earlier, you said some of the videos were marked as private and they still got taken down. I'm wondering if you could talk a bit about that.
Okay, so the way the Congresswoman, when Nancy found out about my videos, is because a right-wing troll opportunist had posted about me, the classic right-wing demonization, saying, "Look at this evil trans woman having these violent lyrics and this violent imagery. Why is her work still on YouTube?" And he's just like some no-name troll. However, Nancy's Twitter, if you look at it, most of what she posts is not about her constituents in South Carolina, not about like how to improve the lives of people in her city of Charleston, but it's just post after post, retweet after retweet of anti-trans news items or non-news items. And lots of sensational stuff like, man assaulting female inmate at the correctional facility, lots of stuff like that. And so she has staffers, I assume. She's got 20, 50 people working for her. I guess combing Twitter, looking for the worst trans people out there to put them on blast. So that's her shtick, and so I assume that's how she found out about it.
Yeah, so for people up here who don't necessarily know or don't follow American politics that deeply, can you tell us a little bit about Nancy Mace and how she's created her persona lately?
Yeah, Nancy is second or third term congresswoman from South Carolina, the state of South Carolina. And she was initially elected on somewhat progressive policies for a Republican. I remember that she was against offshore drilling, drilling of oil. And oil drilling is like one of the cornerstones of the Republican Party. She was for reproductive rights. And then in 2021, I believe, she had a flip-flop and came out as anti-abortion. She was endorsed by Trump, and she started taking on the Trumpian politics of, make America great again, immigrants are bad, and most of all, trans people are bad. She's been trying to make a name for herself lately in American politics with this anti-trans shtick. So a member of Congress was elected who was trans, openly trans, the very first, Sarah McBride. And so Nancy introduced a bill in Congress that would ban trans women from using the women's bathroom. Of all the things for Congress to do, that's what she chose. And the bill passed. And Sarah McBride was banned from using the women's bathroom. This bill was protested notably by activist Chelsea Manning and Nancy, like I believe there's video of it, but she comes into the hallway screaming at them and mocking them because that's her thing. She has nothing else to offer her people, obviously, other than just making fun of people's gender.
Yeah. So in terms of impact, I mean, there's been a history in the United States of Congress attacking bands and musicians. I'm wondering if you talk a little bit about that and what the implication is of congressmen be able to snipe music down.
Yeah, I'm not the first artist to ever be demonized, of course. In the past 40 years, in the 80s, a lot of popular music was pursued, I believe, by Tipper Gore, who was responsible for the parental guidance. Is that the label?
I think so, that we're using back then, yeah.
Yeah, she passed like legislation that required like a warning sticker to be placed on all records and tapes that had profanity or like sexual motifs to it. In the 90s, gangster rap was particularly notable because America in general was very scared that these Black artists were talking about the consequences of systemic racism, the consequences being poverty, addiction, and also murder by police. And so, the groups like NWA were demonized. Famous track was Cop Killer. These were artists making these tracks. And what they were doing is they were shining a mirror back onto the systemic forces that were oppressing them, that were the hateful people that were targeting them. And it sounds ridiculous, when you hear the script flipped. And so it made people really worried and afraid. And I believe that is the same thing that's going on now with me.
And I mean, in this age where most people listen to music on these online platforms, how do you think that's going to change things?
I'm quite concerned because I feel that this is a landmark moment. If a congressperson can effectively control the policies, not just of the government, but of corporations at will, then what does it mean for us artists? Will we be able to get heard? Most of my followers and fans, I reach them all through social media and through social music platforms like Spotify. If she contacts them all and no one can hear, no one's going to be able to hear my music unless they buy a mail order.
Yeah. And I mean, normally music would enjoy First Amendment protection down there in the States. And like a lot of the cases that you were talking about earlier, especially the rap bands, like that stuff did eventually go to court. And the courts said, hey, no, you can't actually ban those. And now I guess here we have a situation where technically you have First Amendment protection, but a congressperson can write an email and get stuff taken down within minutes.
Yeah, I mean, my right to free speech, it is still protected at a national level. However, the issue is that we have political capture of corporations, which effectively control the supposedly free speech. And so that means that these companies, YouTube doesn't have to host my art. Spotify doesn't have to host my art. I may comply with their terms of service. It doesn't matter. They don't have to do it. The Constitution of the U.S. does not dictate what YouTube must and must not do. The constitutional protections that I have for free speech, the corporations don't have to follow them. I can go to a street corner and play my music for 10 people, but that's effectively no one compared to the thousands of people I can play my music for online. The founding fathers of the United States of America, they didn't have like mass media in mind when they wrote the Constitution and the wording around expression.
And any of the usual civil liberties folks, have they contacted you or expressed any interest?
No, they haven't. I talked with my entertainment lawyer friend, and litigation, that's an option. It's an option for me to sue them. The reality of that, however, is that Google, who owns YouTube, is one of the biggest companies on earth, and suing them would take years and years and huge amount of effort
And
and
money.
yeah, and money. And then as for suing Nancy, that it's the same deal. Like she has lawyers working for her. It will take a very long time. And in the meantime, here I am, an independent artist. You know, what's my next work that will be taken down? What trans artist will be targeted next? What artist, period, will be targeted next?
Yeah, certainly. You've been doing music for a while. Tell us about some of your other art.
So let's see. One of my notable pieces that I put out was a track called "Tear Up," which was in response to me being targeted before in 2021 over a controversy called the We Spa incident, where a trans woman was in the women's section of a Los Angeles spa, like a bathhouse type deal. So I made a music video with that track, which parodies and lampoons the right-wing response to that incident, which was to say, oh, precious child, was an evil demon that was assaulting helpless women in the Korean spa. Because I was in the news for a week straight as being a vile monster trans. And anyway, so that was great work that I made with a director who was non-binary, and it was edited by a friend who actually was nominated for an Emmy recently for her day job show. Other work of mine that I think was notable was an album titled AR-15s for transgender teens, which I put out in 2022, which touched on like kind of it's not overtly political. I think we as people we're not politics. Like being trans is not politics. It's an identity, and identity comes with feelings and private thoughts and reflections and ruminations of our experience. And it's about my experience in general. And I think we meaning queer people, trans people, we've got a lot of feelings, and some of them are quite sensitive. And people expect us to be all sorts of things. They expect us to be monsters. They expect us to be sexy. They expect us to perform gender. The reality is that we're people, and my feelings matter. Queer people's feelings matter. Trans people's feelings matter. Our Thoughts Matter. So that album, AR-15s for Transgender Teens, it explores some of that.
So where can people find your work online or what remains of your work online?
Well, there's still some videos up on Spotify. I'm in the process of re-uploading my music videos that were sniped to my website, preciouschild.com. I'm going to give another platform a try, Vimeo. So you can find my videos there, and my music is on Spotify. I feel like sharing my music and art greatly helps. I do feel singled out, and this is an example of a disgusting use of governmental power. And so I'd appreciate any support I can get as an artist. If you check out my tunes, please play it for your friends and let them know what's going on, because I think this is only going to escalate and continue.
Yeah, sadly, I think the same. So we're going to be playing My Little Problem here.
Yeah, this track, My Little Problem, it's an important one. It's about identity. It's about confronting yourself. And the chorus goes, My little problem with feeling pain. Every time I try, it's not there again. And the track is actually about how I didn't really feel anything when when I was a youth, and it took years of personal confrontation to overcome my PTSD from childhood and teen trauma. And it was, probably the most profound experience of my life to discover myself. And that's what it's about. I'll say that the turfs to the turfs, you will never win because you've already lost.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So this is, and there might be some strong language here, but it's for artistic reasons. This is My Little Problem by Precious Child.